Hi everyone, I hope you had a good weekend. I want to get back to our little exploration of active isolated stretching, and today I'm going to show you a snippet of stretching for the wrists and the fingers and the hands. Loads of reasons why these can get a little bit sore for us. Obviously typing, if your typing looks anything like this with the extended wrists, then please find something to support your keyboard so that you've got a nice straight line here. This position is fine for 10 minutes, 20 minutes. You'll get away with it for an hour, but do this for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, and these muscles here are going to start complaining over time. This is a contraction. It's tiny, but over 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, it's no longer tiny and it will start to bother you. So prolonged typing can cause issues with the wrists. You may have started a new routine, a new yoga class, more chaturangas, more down facing dogs, a lot of that kind of wrist extending action that can also be a little bit new and unusual, and your muscles might not be conditioned for it. You may have bought a nice pair of kettlebells and doing some workouts at home. Gripping those dumbbells will also create some tension in the wrist that perhaps you're just not used to. Loads of reasons why we should be stretching our wrists, and here is how with active isolated stretching. So we're going to start by stretching the top of our forearms. So these are the muscles that extend the wrist, and to do that we're going to do the opposite action, i.e. flex the wrist. Flex the wrist actively, help with the other hand for 1, 2 and release. Note that my elbow is super straight, flexing, 1, 2. Okay, I'm using my own muscle strength of the hip, of the flexors of the wrist, in order to create that movement, and then I give myself that 2-second assist with the other hand, ideally on the out breath. Good, one more. Excellent. Let's swap sides. Right hand flexing, assisting. Good. Flex. I'm using the palm of my other hand to push gently on the top of the arm, wrist that I'm stretching. Lovely. Elbow nice and straight. Okay, so that's the wrist extensors. I want to make this stretch a little bit more specific to really the wrist and top of the palm area. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab my thumb into a soft fist, but not a loose fist. And then we're going to do the same movement. I'm going to flex the wrist and give that whole fist a gentle pull. Good, and relax. Elbow is still straight. This, you'll really feel it here on the top of your wrist. Good. Your wrist is going to flex at a slight angle. It's not going to go straight down. It's going to go slightly at an angle. That's the normal geography of your bones and your joint. Don't try and change it. Don't try and force your body into anything that isn't natural for it. You can see the little ears popping up here. Good. We're going to change sides. Fist, wrist flexion. 1, 2. Oh, that's so nice. Okay, here you go. And one more. And relax. Oh, nice little bit of juice flowing through those hands. Okay, now we're going to turn our attention to the flexors of the wrists. So anything that involves grabbing shopping bags, dumbbells, phones, these are the muscles that get involved. So let's give them a stretch. You're going to basically do the opposite movement. You're going to extend the wrist. Elbow is now nice and straight. Other hand assists by gently pulling back towards yourself for 1 and 2. Good. Extend and a gentle assist. Lovely. One more and one more. Good. Other side. Extend, 1, 2 and relax. Starting between every repetition, you're starting back from the neutral position, or at least the starting position, whatever neutral might mean. Lovely. Okay, that's your wrist extensors. Let's pay attention to the fingers, palm of the hand. You can do them all in one go, and that's absolutely fine. However, I would say if you want to be a little bit more specific, each finger has a different degree of tension, so I'm going to do my fingers one at a time. You can't really extend your fingers past the full wrist extension, so that's our starting point. Grab a finger with the full hand and gently pull it back. This is going to be gentle, people. These are fingers. They need to be kindly stretched. Good. The finger is straight in the palm of my hand. Good. I'm going to give myself another round. Oh yeah. And the other hand. Good. Notice that it's exactly the same way. My setup is exactly the same as when I'm just stretching my wrist. So my elbow is straight, my wrist is extending, and I'm just giving those fingers a little bit of a helping hand backwards. Oh, and it absolutely feels delightful. Okay, I've got 10 very happy digits. One other way of doing it, if you're running out of time, interlace your fingers, palms facing away, and it's just your elbows doing the work. That will work too. It's a bit of a quick fix, but we can't be perfectionists all the time. Enjoy it, whichever way you do it. Stretch your wrists, stretch your fingers, stretch your hands. They'll be thankful for it. Have a good evening.